Hi everyone. I'm just gonna take a moment to take a breath. Just play a bowl. I think that's what I'll do. I'm gonna play this bowl now and at the end. So if you're here, thanks so much for coming. I see some people are here. Thank you. So let's just take a breath. It's been a really interesting week. So I'd like to start here. You know, today was supposed to be about, and it still is, about the way of wealth and wellness. And this fits into that, but it wasn't what I thought I was going to say. So, yesterday, I was deciding to put some things out to LinkedIn. So I made this really beautiful message about the wealth and wellness free intro on next Wednesday. And I sent it to people, and I'd sent them something about 3 years ago. So it wasn't, I wasn't like too upset about it or whatever. I just saw, I sent them something a while ago. And I got messages back that were, I'm going to call it what it was, that were so mean that I actually cried. And what I thought was so interesting about it was that we all face rejection. And I think why I cried was because I was so surprised. Because these were people that 3 years ago I had messaged them and either gotten a nice message or they didn't respond, but that's fine, So I want to talk about this in relation to wealth and wellness. Last night, after all this, and I had a really, really good cry. Thank you to my husband. I really came into the place that love guides my business. It's one thing to say that, and it's another to really let it sink into your body. To be guided by that no matter what. And so, having done that, this morning I got another one of those messages. And I'm laughing because the woman is retired, but she's still on LinkedIn, okay? So she was angry that I had sent her a message because she was retired. I had no idea she's retired because I don't actually know her. But instead of being upset, I saw it as a chance to love. And that is what I did. I sent her back a lovely message saying, I hope you have the most beautiful, abundant, joyful retirement. And what was so great about it was how I felt. I think sometimes because we're hurt when people reject us, that, that becomes the overwhelming piece in our life for that moment. And to be able to step, back and go, maybe she doesn't love herself. Maybe she just doesn't want to get messages. I thought maybe I should make a little note to tell her that maybe she should get off LinkedIn because people do send messages there because they're, building their business. So that was one thing. The second thing that I want to say that I really feel has a lot to do with the way of wealth and wellness is that also today, somebody who I'm friends with on Facebook was writing something. He writes these long posts, and that's lovely. And he said, my engagement's been down, and I want you all to tell me, maybe what I should do. So I wrote this, basically. We don't go on social media for engagement. I'm sure there are people who do, that runs their life. But I go on social media so that I can share what I love. so that I can express myself. If we are really true to ourselves and in some way metaphysical, we know there's only us. And all the rest of it is illusion. So what do we want to come on to social media to share? Not because we'll get clicks, not because people will engage with us, but because our soul says, get on Instagram and talk about rejection. And my experience of this when I wrote him this morning was anything beyond your own expression and sharing your soul's work is ego. I don't have that many followers, but guess what? When I do something, people show up because it's magic. And I guess the last thing I want to say, just so I stay with wealth and wellness for a moment, the way I'm supposed to, is that in my work, I talk about 5 things. They all start with M, which I really love, but didn't realize when I started to do that. One is message, and you have to have a message that feels right and true to you. Marketing, that isn't manipulative and doesn't constantly say 6-figure income, but is about how can I express so that people that are my right audience can find me. And the third is money, to have a relationship with money that's joyful and supports you, of course. And, you have money. But it's also your relationship and realizing to release your family money story is one of the most important things you can do. The fourth is magnetism, because I do color palettes, right? And magnetism with color is probably the most underrated strategy in business. And yet it's one of the most important. Because on your website, it will either be a reflection of your essence, which is color is a reflection of your inner essence and your soul, or it won't be. And the fifth thing is magic. Because in my work, I use a pendulum, I am a Reiki master, so I use Reiki, and I use sound. Because sound is the medicine of the future. And it changes people's frequency immediately. And all of us who are doing business need help with our frequency, including me. So I'm going to play my F-sharp bowl. Whoops. I'm going to try to play my F-sharp bowl. Because F-sharp is the high heart. And I just felt, this is also Saint Germain, the bowl of Saint Germain. And what else it has? Aura gold. It's such a beautiful bowl. It's my first alchemy bowl. So just close your eyes and listen. Oh, just let it sink into your body. I've always said that self-love is the foundation of a wealth-producing business. So today, when you look in the mirror, see how beautiful you are from the inside out. Thank you so much for coming. You are so blessed and so loved and so perfect. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.